So you're interested in potentially joining our Complete Your Book mentorship. I guess there's some things you'd like to know.
And we're here to answer them. So this meant I'm Sarah Bullen, and I'm a literary agent and writing coach.
And I'm Kate Emerson, best-selling author, international speaker, and facilitator of masterminds and retreats.
And together we will be leading you down a 4-month journey. The journey is a journey in which we are going to be asking you to write your first draft of your book. So we want to push you to get to the end of your first version of your book, no matter where you are already in the writing process.
And often people confuse first draft with a finished product, but this is step one. Well, step one's actually having the dream of writing a book. Step two is now getting your first draft, because I'm sure maybe yourself or you know someone that has been in that loopy-de-loop of writing their first chapter, first 3 chapters for 2, 3, 4, or 5 years. So we want to push you to get to the end of your first draft.
So I've worked with writers for 15 years, and I have a pretty good idea of how to plan a book that's publishable. And I think that's what's interesting to most writers, is this question of not just how do I write my book, but how do I write a book that other people want to read. And I think that's what we both also want for you on the mentorship. So we have an extremely structured, hard push to get you from even just the idea of I want to write a book to a process where you break down the idea of wanting to write a book. You start breaking down what goes in a book, what goes in my book, how will my chapters be structured, how will I break down each chapter, what can I put in my book to tell this story, and what should I leave out for another book.
Sarah's also brilliant, and I always praise her for this, at the technical structural side of writing a book, because you don't just sit down and just randomly go off on a tangent. So she will teach you about dialogue and tone of voice and title and subtitle and all of the stuff that you need, because maybe this is the first time you're writing a book, but we also have really advanced writers that want and need the structure. So one of the second things that happen is much more from my side, from the coaching side, is we always need to be working towards a deadline. So we do this in 4 months, and it is absolutely possible to start with 0 word count and complete your first draft. And what that will mean is you're going to go through the highs, the lows, the ups, the downs, the who the hell am I to think that I can write this book, the questions, the challenges. You're going to want to give up, you're going to want to throw it out, you're going to want to start another story. And our job is to walk you very tightly, with compassion and a little bit of a kick sometimes, to get you to the end of your first draft, because then you can move in to the next phase. So how do we work the mentorship at a practical level?
So we have writers who do this from all over the world, and we've been running this for quite a lot of time. So we don't mind where you are or what language you are writing in, as long as you can connect with us in English. And how it works is we have a private Facebook group in which you're going to be joining for accountability
and support.
You are going to have a series of live calls in which we really walk you through the entire book process and get to know the writers with you on the journey. You will have personal sessions with myself and Kate in which we particularly work on your book. And these really are tailored to getting your story and your book in the best possible format, way, voice, tone, presentation, and
I'll go back to the beginning, because you also get 2 emails from us every week that are very specific and very focused. Monday is all about technicality, structure your book. Friday is inspirational, how to keep going. Lots of interviews that we've done with industry experts, other authors who've written their books that give you tips and ideas. So it really is both technical and heartfelt as a way to get you from dream to your first draft. We hope that we see you on our mentorship.